Hey everyone, this is Jim. I'm here with Rob, SDC International Shipping. We're back. How's it going, Rob?
Going good. Hi, Jim. Going well. Starting to warm up out here. And how's everything where you are?
Really, really good. Actually, I think we're having a storm that's just in the process of getting started. So hopefully
Oh,
I don't lose my power.
we've got a storm coming again. Obviously, I'm at the headquarters here in the Los Angeles area, and we've got every weekend for like the past 5 weekends. It's like clockwork. Friday night gets cloudy, starts raining, and it storms pretty much all weekend. And not just storms. The coldest day of the year here in Southern California of the season
Yeah.
was last Friday morning. Deep
Wow.
into deep into April, coldest day of the year. I mean, and the previous was, I think, the previous weekend. So I went up in the mountains, just like an hour, outside my office here, and it was snowing like crazy. I mean, I had it in four-wheel drive, and even that was really dangerous, even in four-wheel drive in mid-April in Southern California. It's been a weird year.
Yeah, I think it's about seven. I'm just looking now. I think it's about 75 degrees here.
Right.
But like I said, it looks like it's just getting ready to downpour. But then again, we're at that time of the year where the rainy season starts here in Florida, and it's just crazy. In the last video, I just wanted to add this for those of you who are watching. We talked a little bit about the um, the incident with the bridge and the ship in Baltimore,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I talked to a retired shipping owner last night about that. And
Right.
he told me that I asked him about the contents because he's had that happen before with one
Right.
of his ships. He happened to own the one that didn't hit the bridge in Tampa, but basically exploded in the Tampa Bay back in the
Oh, wow.
90s.
Oh, really?
And yeah, they got the call. He got the call. He was in the Northeast at the time. They flew him down. It was like 3 in the morning. It happened. And long story short, based on his experience, he told me that the insurance, settling with the insurance and getting everything ironed out through the legal process of getting any kind of satisfaction can actually take up to 10 years. 10 years. That's how long some of these things are litigated. So basically, you're kind of like out of luck, when you're in a position like that, unless, he said, unless you've paid an exorbitant amount of money for your insurance and you make a deal, to get your container taken care of. It's possible, he said. Not probable, but possible.
So yeah, we're going to get way off topic here because we talked about this last time. But yeah, but there are two different things to look at. There's maritime insurance, and
Yeah.
that's archaic. It is crazy from the 1820s. If
Yeah.
your sailing vessel's jib breaks, this and that, and it's like, wait a minute, there's no jib. There's that. But when you work with a company like us or any legitimate international moving company, typically a client may or may not, but generally does purchase separate insurance on the contents, and that's marine insurance.
Yeah.
And so that policy is going to cover if something is verifiably destroyed. You
Yeah.
know, they're not going to, if you crash your car, the insurance company's not going to just take your word for it. They're going to see, we got to see the damage. I need an adjuster. So there's that. And then if you have just total loss, that means the ship sank or it didn't, container fell off or it didn't, everything was lost.
Yeah.
They're going to say, well, it's not lost. It's right there.
Yeah.
There it
Yeah.
is. But there are still damages because the freight is on board. The shipping
Mhm.
occurred. The shipping happened. Once it leaves the port, the shipping happened.
Yeah.
Didn't get very far. So there are elements, but just in general, with what we do, the insurance is going to take care of anything that's verifiably destroyed. But that, in just all fairness to everybody, how do you know for sure right now if your container was one of the damaged ones, damaged beyond like the contents inside are screwed up?
You
That's hard.
know, this is a good segue because this is a rare, rare incident. I mean, when we talk about these kind of incidents, we can go back a decade or more, and then the one before that, a decade or more. It does happen, but when we're talking about shipping your household belongings, your valuables to another country, I think that right at the beginning of the process, your main concern is you want your stuff to get there safely. So of course there's things that are beyond people's control, like an
Right.
incident like that. But what about the things that are in your control? In
Safely
other
and not
words,
getting off. Yeah.
yeah, what can
That's
you
real.
do to not get ripped off and pay more than you should pay, or just get caught in situations? Because a lot of people, it's their first international move, I guess, right?
75%, 80, 85% first time they're doing it, that's it. And so that's where I try when I'm involved, I try to, really insert myself a little bit and provide as much guidance and hopefully sage advice as I possibly can,
Yeah,
because I've done this a lot and they've
yeah,
done it. This is the first time. And so that's the most important thing. And but like you said a minute ago, this is so that the Baltimore Bridge and the Sunshine Skyway 40 years ago, whatever it was. I remember that morning. I'm here in Los Angeles, but we have an office in Miami, and I'm from Tampa, near where you are now. I remember that morning. Those are things that don't happen.
yeah,
So I always tell people, just in general, in business and in life, preparing for things that don't happen might be a little bit of a waste. Think about it, but things that just don't actually happen.
yeah. Well, let's say I'm sitting here in my home. I want to move internationally, and I contact you at SDC International Shipping.
Yeah.
So SDC is a well-known company. It's been around 14, 15 years and is in a major city and in major cities. So how do I not get ripped off? I'm talking about just speaking in general about this whole process. What should I look for? What should I be aware of?
Yeah, and that's the thing about international moving, So let's kind of differentiate, bifurcate shipping and moving. They can be different things.
Yeah,
I might ship tires, or I might ship lumber, I might ship iron ore. But what we do, 99.9%, is moving, whether it be residential, whether it be museums, that kind of thing. And so you want to make sure, that you're working with the right company that, does that sort of thing. And that is their primary, what they do, what their expertise, their area of expertise is. And I always tell my clients, it sounds real salesy, but I'm really trying to help, that there are some potential hurdles and pitfalls and trapdoors and things in the international moving world or shipping world, both. Once a company gives you a quote, and it might sound like a great quote, low price. My experience has been the low price is the highest price. When it's all said and done, the lowest is the highest.
yeah,
Because, they come get your stuff, Jim, and then when I say they, I mean maybe a bad actor. Not every company is a bad actor, but there are some that are brokers that have a website, and that's it. They're working out of their closet. It's just a website. And then once they have your things, they go, gosh, we didn't know XYZ. We weren't able to get a booking on the ocean vessel that we thought. So we've got your things and we're storing it, and the meter's running, by the way. And if you want to get it on the next boat, I'm going to need X dollars more. That's a big number, usually a
wow,
big number. And some clients just say, you know what, I've been taken advantage of. I'm not putting up with this. Bring it back to me. You say, okay. We picked it up, we packed it, we stored it, and now we're bringing it back to you. Here's how much money we need, or we're not going to give it to you. We're not
yeah,
going to hand it to you. And people can call the police, and the police say this is a civil matter.
uh,
Yeah, what are you gonna? I mean, it can. What I'm saying is, it can become, if you're not working with a reputable, real, legitimate person, and
yeah,
I don't want to create, fear and panic more
right,
than it should be, but these things do happen. Anyone can
yeah.
Google it. International moving nightmares happens.
So, like for example, if I want you to help me with my international move, we'll put your number and extension on the screen. I can call and talk to you. I can call you back, maybe and ask another question, or
Absolutely.
anybody else who works for SDC, right?
Absolutely. Any of the our international shipping providers are experts that do that, including myself. I'll tell you, I personally try to do this interaction with as many clients as possible. I like to see them because this is a big transaction. You know,
Yeah,
this isn't going to Subway and getting a foot long. This is significant. And so I like to see them. I like them to see me, and
yeah,
I like to see all of the contents that they're moving. Number one, for the volume, so we can really estimate the volume and not underestimate the volume and ask for more money later, like I told you about. But also, what are the contents? Because I'm
yeah,
going to handle a, a metal filing cabinet differently than I'm going to handle a 19th century glass curio cabinet.
yeah,
You know, both are going to be taken care of the right way, but there might be more involved in or fine art or a statue or pool table or arcade,
yeah,
and that sort of thing. So I want to see not only what all is going from a volume perspective, but also what do I want to quote this thing exactly right and take care of it the right way.
yeah. That makes perfect sense. So if I'm not talking to a reputable company, they're probably not going to make the effort to get eyes on what the contents of my rooms are. They're probably not going to ask the specifics of how something needs to be packed or crated if it's a valuable. They're probably just going to say how many rooms, give me a quick price, and then keep moving forward with the process. They're not going to take the time.
That's going to happen. You know, some people will go a little bit further, but at the same time, probably not going to get a real good. You get that feel. You've been on
Yeah,
meetings with people, and you just get the feeling that you're not really connected here. This is, a process. You're checking boxes, that kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But it is important, really important for me to really understand what the move is, so that the quote is right. And going back to our kind of our overriding topic here is how not to get, I hate the word scammed, but you know what I
yeah.
mean. You're taking
How not to
advantage
get
of,
ripped off, taken advantage of.
have a really bad experience.
Yeah, yeah, how to have a better experience. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like anything else. It's like buying a car, buying a home, whatever. Some salespeople don't have the best interest of their clients in mind, and so they wind up in something that's a poor fit for what they really need.
They want to get a signature on the line. Does this
Yeah,
car
they get
have
in.
a million-year warranty? Sure.
It's like buying a
Thousand horsepower?
timeshare.
Yes. Whatever. No,
Well,
we really just try to. It's important to really for a client to understand the details. All the way down to what happened, at the bridge in Baltimore. What if that happened? Again, don't worry
yeah.
about it. Aren't gonna happen, but it did.
Well, Rob, as always, great information. We'll put your number back there up on the screen. And for those of you watching, if you like this kind of information, you're interested in possibly moving internationally, your household move in the not too distant future, um, check out the rest of the videos on this channel, share it with a friend, and we really appreciate it. It helps us connect with people that we otherwise might not be able to connect with. So thanks for watching. Hey, Rob, have a great rest of your day,
You too, Jim.
and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, stay dry. I've got another day of dry. It's just going to start raining again. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.
All right. Yeah. Great talking to you, Rob. I'll see you next time.
Come on, Jim.
All right. Bye bye.